Hey y'all, Dennis. Today we're gonna cook some pork tenderloins. I'm fixing to marinate them up. We're gonna throw them on the grill. We're gonna take them off about 145 to 150 internal Fahrenheit. And they're gonna be good and tender and juicy. I can't wait. We're gonna let them marinate for about 4 hours though. And then we're gonna do these on the Weber kettle. We'll get it heated up and slap them on there. All right, let's get to it. Okay, I've got my 2 pieces of pork tenderloin here, and I'm gonna put some of this on. We're gonna use golden barbecue dipping sauce. I'm gonna marinate these for a few hours, and I'm just gonna pour this over the top of it, just like that. And I'm gonna let it sit like that probably for about 2 hours. And after 2 hours, I'm gonna flip it so that it can get a good coating. So 2 hours like this, 2 hours I'll come rotate it, make sure everything's covered really good. And at 4 hours, I'm gonna season it up and we're gonna throw it on the Weber kettle grill. So it should be really, really good. This is a new sauce. I haven't tried this before, but Kinder's everything, they're not sponsoring me at all, but everything I've tried of Kinder's, I like. Anyway, we'll see y'all in 4 hours. I'm not going to video flipping it over. That's kind of self-explanatory. So, see you in 4. Right, we got our grill good and hot. So, I've got my pan that I had the tenderloin sitting in over here, and I'm gonna have to rotate them around a little bit because I'm gonna use some superheat. I'm not adjusting anything down. I want these cooking hot, and I got to be a little bit careful that I don't caramelize the sauce too quick. So we're gonna do kind of a slow, but it's going to be like a hot slow. So we'll move them around a little bit as we need to. And when I flip them over after a while, I'll season up the other side some. And this is going to be really good. So we got the coals good and hot. That's actually good smoke because I put a little bit of pecan in there. And let's let them cook. I expect this is going to take 45 minutes or an hour. If I didn't put the sauce on them, I could do it in about 20 minutes. But I sauced them because I want to add that little extra flavor from that new sauce that we tried. And let's check on them in about 15 minutes. See y'all then. Okay, it's been 15 minutes. Let me grab my lightning. Yeah, no, I should have had my lightning when I came over here and turned the camera on, but I didn't. So, it's been 15 minutes. Let's see what we got. All right, down here I'm 107. There I'm 111. At the skinny end, I'm 140, so I'm there. All right, skinny end here, I'm 117, 91, and 114. So, what we're going to do, remember I told you we're going to rotate them. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take this one and just move it over here like this. I'm going to take this and flip it and turn it. Okay? We're going to do the same thing with this one. We're going to flip it and turn it. So now the thin side was where the thick side was, and vice versa. All right, now we're going to get our Kinder's The Blend, which is one of my favorite rubs. And we're going to coat this side. Now, I'm not doing heavy. Just put it on there, because we're going to get some flavor from the sauce. And one thing, putting the sauce on as early as we did, it's not going to be like really wet on the outside. It's going to be juicy because of the temperature we're pulling at, but it's not going to be really wet on the outside. All right, so let's cover it back up. I'm going to check it in about 15 more minutes. See y'all then. Okay, so we're 30 minutes in. Let's see what we got. We ought to be getting pretty close. And then what I'm going to do, that's 131 at the thick, 142. Okay, so now I'm going to throw a quick sear on them. because they are done. I'm gonna flip them, let you take a look. And we didn't have to worry too much about messing up with the sauce. So I'm gonna leave these for just about 30-45 seconds. We'll see how they do, because I don't want to char them, don't want to ruin them, because they're gonna look pretty good. And hopefully they're gonna taste pretty good. So we're doing this in real time. If I do any cuts, it'll be at the beginning or the end. I'm just gonna leave this for real. All right, that's 30 seconds, let's flip it. Oh yeah, 30 seconds is the key. So we're gonna do another 30. And then we're gonna pull them. And we're gonna take a taste. We'll see how it is. All right, so we got about 9, 10, 15 more seconds. Let me get my platter over here. I'm gonna let these rest probably for about 5 minutes after I pull them. And then we're gonna cut in. All right, that's time. Let's see, let's flip that. Let's flip, come on, flip now. All right, that should do it. I don't wanna get them real crusty. Just wanna get them done. So I'm gonna let them rest for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, I'm gonna shut the Weber kettle grill down. Man, I love this Weber kettle grill. I love the egg, and I like the flat top. Well, I love the flat top too. Anyway, let's let these things rest. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Okay, so it's been resting for about 10 minutes. I'm gonna make a little cut down the middle here and see what we've got. Give y'all a look. Let me set these aside. Let's take a pretty decent look at that. I guess you can see, but they look good. All right, let me take a couple of pictures for some thumbnails, and then we're gonna find out how this thing tastes. And there it is, now you can see it. But I'll be back in just a couple of minutes because I really want to see how it tastes. So I've got me a couple of slices. Let me cut them a little bit smaller. I did a thumbnail. Y'all can see that. I will take this piece though. This is a whole piece. I want to keep it under the. Look at that. Y'all didn't get to see that. That sucker went straight in my mouth. All right. Let me show you the juice that come out while we were letting it rest. Can you see that juice? Man. Let me get down in here. Okay, I kind of cheated because generally I let y'all see me take the first bite, but I couldn't stand it. It's 2 pieces of pork tenderloin, 45 minutes on the cool side of the grill. The temperature above the meat was 400 degrees. So 45 minutes. I did let it marinate with the sauce for 4 hours. Let's see. The flavor of that sauce is awesome. I'll put it in the description. Because I marinated it, and instead of putting it on later in to cook, it did, so it didn't caramelize. And it just kind of evaporated and it soaked on in. And then I put my Kinder's the blend. I gotta have one more bite of this, man. My wife's gonna be mad at me if I take too many more bites because we ain't gonna have none for supper. That is nice and tender. It finished around 145 internal. Man, that is good. So, I want some pity from y'all for me wearing this shirt that I'm wearing. We gave up a 27-point lead in the second half. I think I deserve some pity. Because they say the Lord looks out for drunks and fools. Apparently I'm a fool. Go Cox. I'll always say that. I'm going to put everything in the description, the recipe, the link to the Amazon, and all that. And until next time I see y'all at the grill, keep on grilling. And let's hope that Carolina can at least beat Coastal Carolina next week. Y'all keep on grilling.